Andy is recovering, but he is struggling, and we need your support. Hey up everyone, it's me, Steph the Alternate, your nerdy alternative, and I am joined with, of course, Andy. He is recovering at the moment. It's going to be a long 2 weeks, and it's already been a long couple of days for you, by all accounts, with our messages going back and forth. So, yeah, Andy, what's going on at the moment with your hon?
First off, happy birthday to Steph. Everyone wish her happy birthday over on her channel, her socials. I don't know what I'd do without her help here on the channel. And I don't want to keep making videos about this, but I do want to keep it honest and keep it real with you guys, even though others are some individual who will shall name nameless thinks I'm doing this for clickbait. No, I don't know what to do, honestly, guys, because the struggle is legit. Um, Yesterday was really tough. Last night was really tough. I am, of course, staying positive. I'm trying, but it's a mental game, I guess I just really wasn't prepared for, and we can talk about it. But I just wanted to keep it honest. Like I we need to keep the channel going, obviously. I want to keep the views going. I want to keep you guys informed, and Steph will be doing some news. I'm gonna try to join in with news. But I thought I owed you guys sort of an update. So if you see me down this week, literally looking down, which is what I have to do, as well as just seeming down, you'll get a little bit more of a taste of what's actually this has been like, which I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy, Steph. It's just a brutal recovery process.
I know that from our messages, you've been delving a little bit into mindfulness with John Kabat-Zinn. Just for, the viewers out there that may not know, for your understanding, what is mindfulness and how is it helping you at the moment?
Dude, you know me, I think so fast, right? I'm always doing things so much. I'm always trying to be 10 steps ahead and solve problems and help others. And when you lose your sight, like when you start losing your sight, and then you have the fear that you're going to lose it all. Like, cause I'm very lucky, knocking on wood. My right eye is working. The doctor says my right eye is good. I had to have surgery on that one too, though. And so it's just scary. And so when I have this, now I'm just completely lost this sight. This whole field of vision is gone. It's made me feel so claustrophobic and just created such this mental toll and fear. And you realize it's all in your mind. Like it's all in your mind. And I'm not most physically in shape, Steph, but I also realized
You
I
said
don't think
that,
I
not
was
me.
I also don't think I was mentally as in shape. And I'm realizing that one's way more important. And the mindfulness that I've been trying to go through some meditation and things to help ground me is just sort of to help me be more mindful and aware. And it's just a very um, eye-opening process, right? To really force yourself to be more mindful and calm and patient and what matters. And there was a breathing exercise I found. My brother gave it to me as I was struggling over the weekend, and just reminding me to be mindful of breath and that my breath is still there. And as I get anxious or stressing or claustrophobic or whatever my issues are, and mentally as I'm struggling, you can calm your brain down and realize it's just in your head, and you got to calm it down and be mindful over it. So and be grateful for what you have. There's so many people are right now, like, to talk about my condition as we're literally Israel's at war, Palestine. It's like it's a mess out there. Twitter is a cesspool. Like there's so many horrific things going around the world. So I'm as tough as it's been, and it's been tough stuff. Like I'm trying to be more mindful, more grateful, and it's a process. It's going to be a long process, and I'm dealing as best I can. But yeah, it's I'm not going to lie, and I've been trying to stay positive on these videos, but I'm like I just know I'm going to keep it a buck. It is it's been rough.
Yeah, it has been for you, hon. I'm glad though that you've been able to I suppose, like discover mindfulness. It's something that I've used for years. I mean, at the beginning, I was really pig-headed about it. I'm like, how is this going to work for me? It doesn't get me out of pain, because the pain psychologist that I used to see recommended me to use it whilst, I was having an attack. But it doesn't really help with that. As Andy was saying, it's more about, helping you mentally when you're going through something that's trauma, that's bad. It helps center you and it helps calm you a lot. I like to do mindfulness myself, focus on my breathing. But another aspect to mindfulness, guys, is to also be very mindful about your thoughts. As thoughts are coming through your head, you're mindful of them. You recognize them, you accept them, and then you let them go. And that can actually help with your anxiety as well as you're going through it. One thing I would certainly recommend for those that want to look a little bit more into mindfulness is Google Jon Kabat-Zinn. He is one of really the leaders in the mindfulness movement, and he has a book as well about it that I would certainly recommend you Google and you read as well, because he talks a lot of sense once you accept that mindfulness can actually work.
Yeah, no, there's a lot to process. So grateful to everybody who's still sending support. So grateful to my family. Jami has been so amazing. My family, everybody's helping me through, and this too shall pass. It's a test, it's a process, it's a struggle, no joke. I'm a bigger guy. It's really hard to be face down. I have to be, my face just has to be down. I get to go up for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes every hour to stretch and move it like I'm allowed. But I'm so afraid, because the way the surgery works, you need to keep it down for the retinas because of the way the surgery works, that if you don't, you just are basically screwing up all the work that was done. They have to redo it. So it's this like fear of like, oh God, I gotta do it. But it's so uncomfortable for me. Not just even like now I'm like hunched over and I'm dealing with that. But when I sleep, I haven't been able to sleep just because I got a big stomach. I'm not a stomach sleeper at all. My face is buried in pillows, and I'm worried it's sort of, that just, it starts getting in your mind. You got to, and I'm working, and if anything, this will hopefully make me stronger in that I'm focusing on how to not focus on so many of those negatives, even though they're, pinning me down. It feels like finding my breath, finding the peace, realizing what I have. All those things are just, I think for everybody, it's such an important thing to be more mindful and grateful as you're struggling with anything you're going through, to help you through the point. So yeah, we're trucking through. I'm good, guys. It's good. I'm good. I have my bad days. I definitely am trying my best just to truck forward, and we are going to truck forward, right, Steph? We got lots more content. I'll be chiming in when I'm able, as I'm here, to react to other news with you. It won't always be dour and all about my eyes, but it's kind of hard to ignore when people why is he wearing glasses? Why is he hunched over in some weird room? I'm trying to be transparent and keep you guys looped in. It's not for views, as some think. It's genuinely, it's just, look, we talk about what's going on with us, our lives. We are, not that I'm the news right now, but I think it'd be pretty weird, Steph, if I don't address what's happening in my life right now. So thanks to everybody who's been humoring and helping and supporting. It's meant the world to me.
Yeah, and best believe for the next couple of weeks, yes, I will be putting Andy to work. He will be in the video still. We will keep him busy and as upbeat as possible. And yeah, for those that are saying that this is all for clickbait, that it's not as bad as we're making it out to be, this, that, and the other, well, for those, I have a direct message for you guys. I hope you are never in a position in life where you are fearful of potentially losing your eyesight. And I hope that if you are ever in that position, that you don't have that many people that Andy is experiencing right now coming out in the woodwork saying, oh, you're doing it for clickbait. Oh, it's not as bad as you're making it out to be. I hope you have everyone, 100% of people having your back and supporting you and lifting you up when you really do need it the most. With that being said, thank you to everyone that tuned into this update. We appreciate you all. There will be another video coming shortly with Andy and I. In the meantime, here are some videos that are on your screen right now that you may want to clickety-click, clickety-click.